Welcome to the Contractor Depot module. In this module, we'll learn how to access Contractor Depot and request an assignment for a contractor. Home Depot policy requires that all contractors be entered into Contractor Depot. Let's get started. The first step is to go into my apron and key in CWPO. And our best match is non-THD labor. Let's click on that. This brings up the portal into Contractor Depot. It is strongly recommended that you add this to your favorites for easy access in the future. The first step is to watch the program overview video. This will answer many of the questions that you have about Contractor Depot. The second step is to read the Contingent Workforce HR SOP. It's very important that you read and understand this to ensure that you are in compliance. The third step is to review Contractor Depot job aids. There's a ton of information here that you'll find extremely helpful should you have difficulty or questions within Contractor Depot. The fourth step is accessing Contractor Depot and requesting an actual contractor. Let's click on that. This is the portal to Contractor Depot. In addition to the many reports that can be pulled here that will be covered in a future module, we'll now look at our request, which is a new hourly request. We'll choose a professional, and we have several choices. IT funded are for projects that are charged to an IT number. Non-project funded or for contractors that are charged to a cost center. Non-IT project funded are ones that are charged to an MK number. Please pay particular attention to make sure you make the right choice. Should you complete your request with the wrong choice, it will have to be voided and re-entered. The next step is to assign a contract manager. It can be yourself or someone on your team. Then you can choose the timesheet approver. Again, it can be yourself or the person that the contractor will report to. In this case, we'll choose myself. We'll then click on the search button, and there I am. I'll then click on this bubble and click OK. We'll then scroll down to the next section and choose the job class. It can be accounting and finance, creative marketing, HR, legal, merch supply chain, or procurement. In this case, we'll choose creative and marketing. Once we choose creative and marketing, we have a choice of various choices. We're going to choose a marketing coordinator. And we'll click OK. The agency that we will pay through Contractor Depot is called Beeline. Beeline will in turn pay your contracting agency. If you were charging this to a call center, you can change the call center here. If this is being charged to an MK number, we'll skip this field and we'll enter the MK number later. That step is very important. We'll choose the worker locator, and then we'll look through and review the request information regarding the job description. If this is incorrect, you will need to go back and make the correct choice. Our desired start date in a perfect world would be 1 to 2 weeks before the contractor starts. This gives the system time to reach out to the agency and for the agency to enter the information in Contractor Depot, all the approvals to go through, which will take several days, and for the land ID, security badge, and building access be given to the contractor. We'll then choose its duration. In this case, we'll choose 2 months. For MK numbers, the assignment of an MK number lasts for 6 months, typically from fiscal February through the end of July, or fiscal August through the end of January. Since this is in December, we want to charge all of January and a portion of December. Since we don't have a fractional number of months, we'll choose 2 months. If this contractor will be here in February, at the end of January, we'll come in and extend their assignment with the new MK number for the first half of next year. Extensions will be covered in a different module. If you'll be paying additional expenses for the contractor, such as travel, they be entered here. This next step is extremely important. This is where we enter the SAP project ID, also known as the MK number. You would then enter the MK number, and if you see it in the drop-down box, because it will appear as you type, we will choose it from the drop-down. We will then click Save. Any comments we'd like to make about the position, we could enter here. We could also check off any required or requested experience we would like if we have not chosen a specific contractor. We can state what skills they would have and their experience we would like for them to have, number of years experience. We can also remove these. We can also enter additional skills here. If we have a pre-identified candidate, we will choose it here. In this case, our candidate is Smith, John Smith. If we've chosen our supplier, we can click on Add Item, and we can choose our supplier from the drop-down. We can search for a supplier by entering the supplier's name and then clicking on the search button. Or if they're on the first page, we can click and add that supplier by clicking OK. The rate details will show the range based upon this position. If the associate's range will be greater than this, make sure that your position is correct. If it's not, you can modify it, but this will need to be approved by your director or higher. Next, we'll enter the project manager name. This would be the person who actually owns your MK. In this case, we will enter my name. Click on the search button. The system will look for my name. When it finds it, we'll click the check mark and click OK. We'll then scroll down, and if the contractor will have access to extremely critical information, we would like an enhanced background check. If they'll be doing a regular job that does not have access to extremely critical information, we'll click a standard background check. We'll then click on Next. We'll then review our request for accuracy. The system will actually do a brief calculation. We have 2 months, 40 hours a week. We have their salary between $17 and $29 an hour. It estimates that we'll spend $10,208. If this amount is not in your budget, the system will reject your request. It's strongly suggested that you partner with your finance team to review your budget reports to ensure that enough funds are in your budget. Otherwise, you'll have to resubmit your request. Once you click Submit, this will go to your manager or director for approval. It will then be forwarded to the vendor for the vendor to review it and accept it within Contractor Depot. Once this has been done, you'll be notified by the Contractor Depot team as to what your future steps and additional steps may be. This ends this video with the CWPO request for contractors. Thank you.